Making really impressive, stylish cars has never been Lucid Motors' problem. Finding people to actually buy them has been the real challenge. No matter how amazingly efficient or long-range the Air is, Lucid's debut model has always been a sedan in an SUV world. As such, sales have never really taken off. The startup sold just 6,001 units last year, compared to fellow upstart Rivian's 50,000. Lucid's second act, the Gravity, has just arrived with a mission to turn things around. Lucid hopes the three-row family SUV will have much wider appeal than its slinky sedan, and drive its sales to new heights. After a brief test drive this month, we think the Gravity has big potential, even if the pre-production vehicle we tested still needed some fine-tuning. The Gravity is Lucid's take on the three-row SUV and will compete with EVs like the Rivian R1S and forthcoming Cadillac Escalade IQ. But unlike either of those vehicles, the Gravity doesn't resemble a conventionally boxy SUV. Its short hood, swept-back windshield, and Lucid signature light bars give it a uniquely striking look, like a minivan from the future. Driving. We'll have to wait for a true first drive opportunity. What people experienced last week in Malibu, California was more of a first taste. My 30 minutes behind the wheel of a pre-production Gravity left a lot of questions unanswered, but were enlightening nonetheless. People learned a bit about how the SUV handles, about its redesigned user interface, and about how that weird, squircular steering wheel works in practice. With a Lucid Dynamics engineer as my minder, people started out in the Gravity's comfiest setting, meant for everyday driving. Just like the Air, the Gravity offers 3 drive modes: smooth, swift, and sprint. Even in its softest setting, the Gravity felt more confident and easy to place around corners than other big, lumbering SUVs. Forward visibility was excellent owing to that stubby hood and cab-forward design, and the ride was supple. The real fun began when the roads got twistier and my co-pilot switched the Gravity into sprint mode. That makes the steering feel heavier, the accelerator more responsive, and the suspension stiffer. Using its adjustable air suspension, the Gravity squatted down low to aid handling. The results were seriously impressive. People chucked the Gravity around extraordinarily sharp corners, and it felt far more agile and sure-footed than a big SUV has any right to. There was barely any body roll whatsoever, and the whole experience felt bizarrely similar to driving an Air despite the Gravity being about twice as big. As you might expect, it was devilishly quick too. It was a good time. Exterior. The design language of the Lucid Air sedan looks to have been successfully applied to a larger, taller SUV body. Although we don't have a clear view of every angle yet, the exterior of the new Lucid Gravity SUV is elegant but also has the requisite gravitas that a vehicle competing with the Model X and Mercedes EQS SUV needs. In front, the most significant change is the tall hood, but the full-width lighting and otherwise clean lines are very much in line with the Air. We spotted attractive wheels and flush-fitting door handles along the sides, and it looks like Lucid has resisted the temptation for a sloping roofline, probably in the interests of practicality. The Gravity name has been neatly integrated into the rearmost roof pillar, and there is an expansive glass roof that appears to stretch all the way to the third row. The taillights also stretch across the width of the body, while the Lucid name is lit up in red on the tailgate. There is also quite a substantial roof spoiler at the back. If the colors available for the Lucid Gravity mirror those of the Air sedan, we can expect hues like stellar white, infinite black, cosmos silver, quantum gray, and zenith red. If there is to be a high-performance Gravity Sapphire in the future, it will probably come in the same sapphire blue as the Air Sapphire. Engine and performance. The performance specs of the Lucid Gravity are unknown, but the automakers claim that this is a supercar in disguise demonstrates that it'll be anything but slow. It could share its motors and platform with the Air, although we expect dual electric motors and all-wheel drive to dominate the Gravity lineup. Perhaps Lucid will see fit to start things off with a less powerful single-motor model. In the Lucid Air Pure, its single electric motor makes 480 horsepower. The Air lineup progresses to dual motor variants, before culminating in the ridiculous Air Sapphire, with over 1,200 horsepower P and 3 electric motors. Evidently, Lucid has the powertrain expertise to make the Gravity one of the quickest SUVs in the world. Because of its extra weight relative to the sedan, We don't think the Gravity will be quite as quick, but a potential 1,200 horsepower variant should still be able to accomplish a 0 to 60 miles per hour time in the mid-2-second range, just like the Tesla Model X Plaid. The Air Sapphire requires no preconditioning routines to deliver repeated launches, and it comes with carbon ceramic brakes and a uniquely tuned suspension to handle its greater performance. We expect similar modifications for the quickest Gravity, but as a 7-seater family vehicle, it will also have to prioritize comfort. Interior and cargo. Only 2 images of the Lucid Gravity's interior have been shared by the automaker. In it, we have a view of the second and third seating rows in what is clearly a large, spacious cabin. The version pictured here appears to seat 6 and has second-row reclining captain's chairs inside that look exceptionally comfortable. Lucid is catering to all types of customers, though, and says that 5- and 7-seater configurations will also be available. In 5-seater form, the cargo space in the Lucid Gravity is certain to be plentiful. It's not obvious whether the 5-seat configuration dispenses with a third row entirely and possibly moves the second row further back for the ultimate in luxury, or if this simply involves folding the third row down. In any case, the Lucid Gravity's seats should be comfy regardless of where you're sitting. Besides that, the Air sedan already has one of the largest frunks available at almost 10 cubic feet. One can only imagine how large the Gravity's frunk could be, given its additional height. The automaker says that the cargo space is impossibly big relative to the vehicle's size.